Hello Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Welcome to Biafra Battle Cry TV, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB leader. #Free Nnamdi Kanu now.
You talk about the refinery in your opening remark. I went, when I was president, I went and called Shell. I said, Shell, look, come and help us. Run the refinery. Take part. You can take 10%, you can take 20%, but come on. They say no. I say, okay, all right. If you don't want to take equity, come and run it for me. They say no. So they left. I then called their head, one-on-one. Sit down with me. Why do you turn down? They gave me 5 reasons. One, they said our refineries are small. I think Port Harcourt is 60,000 barrels a day. And I think that's Port Harcourt. Kaduna is maybe 100. I think Warri is the largest, I think, maybe 120. And they said to me then that, look, refinery is about 250,000 barrels a day. So our refineries are small. 2, they said, look, even we run our refineries as a service, but we make sure that we do not run it at a loss. But we make substantial part of our profit in the upstream. So, the refinery, if you run it well, you will break even and make a small profit. But if you don't run it well, you will run it at a loss. 3, they say our refinery, the way we have managed it, the way we have serviced it, is not the way that refinery should be serviced. So they don't want to get involved in that. 4, they said to me the corruption around our refinery, they did not want to get involved in it. When they told me all that, I was completely numb. And then some Nigerians got together. They paid 750 million. And I said, God has sent this one. My successor said, return it back. I ran to him. And I said, look, you know this is not right. He said, well, NNPC said they can do it. I said, NNPC cannot do it. NNPC, I think you are investigating $1.5 billion that NNPC has spent on refineries since then, and the refineries will not work. But I told my successor that the refineries, from what I have heard and know, will not work. And when you want to sell it, you will not get anybody to buy it for $200 million as scrap. And that is the situation we are in now. So why do we do this type of thing to ourselves? NNPC knew that they cannot, but they knew that they can eat and carry on with the corruption that was going on in NNPC. And when people were there they put pressure. In a civilized society, those people should be in jail. Why do we do this to ourselves? And that is NNPC. Take anything. National Shipping Line, the story of it. Nigeria Airways, the story of it. Why do we do this to ourselves?
The early year 2000, there is a man named Cleto Ibeto. This man built a cement company that shocked the whole market. This man's cement, they very stronger and cheaper. When other people, they sell 1,000, Ibeto, they sell you for 600 naira. Because Ibeto believes, say, no matter how poor you dey, in as far you are a Nigerian citizen, you suppose fit afford to build your own personal house. But little did we know that this price that Ibeto, they drop down to make sure, say, every individual for Nigeria fit afford cement. We know that this thing, they step on some people's toes. Because suddenly, under Obasanjo administration, Ibeto company was shut down. They shut her down. Now their power, flex muscle to we the citizen. Now they go so. Now, una know the reason why they take down his license. They say policy valuation. Hey, now know the policy valuation. Let me explain. Back then, Obasanjo brought a new rule called the backward integration policy. Meaning, from now on, if you want to sell cement in Nigeria, you must build your factory inside Nigeria. Looking at it, it's a very good idea. It's not a bad idea. Because we all need local production. At least we help the economic growth. But this is where the game changed. Now, Dangote, more than not forget, it already they built the biggest factory in a place like Obajana, Igbese, and some other places like that. Meanwhile, Ibeto was still using what we call baggy terminal. He will import the raw cement, refine it in Nigeria here, bag it, and sell it cheaper to the people. Then our Oga will be say, if they locally they produce and here, Yoko they more expensive than person will be say, if they import from abroad. Anyway, he get where with the go. So when this new policy came, it suddenly made Ibeto business illegal overnight. Mind you, not everybody factory was ready then. No. Some was importing cement, just like Ibeto. So why Ibeto called it different? Because Ibeto, no one follow the instruction when other big marketers they give her. So from there, they show Ibeto say they are the high and mighty of this country. Now they hold this country for hand. Now people can begin to ask, was it really about policy or about power? Because the man where this policy favor the most, now Dangote. Now here's the truth. I wish Ibeto, as Dangote they sell 1,000, Ibeto take you to 1,005. He and Dangote they will be best of friends. But Ibeto looks and no, they don't do things like that. That is the problem of Ibeto. So Ibeto downfall today is not just because Ibeto want to fall. Ibeto fall because of you and I.
Hello Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Welcome to Biafra Battle Cry TV. We criticized Igbo elites who only speak on television or social media. He urged them to march to Aso Rock, Nigeria's seat of power, and we demand Konu's release in person. If the government can negotiate with terrorists, why not with Nnamdi Kanu? He referenced past amnesty and dialogue efforts with Boko Haram and bandits, contrasting it with the continued detention of Kanu despite multiple court rulings in his favor. #free Nnamdi Kanu now.